Okay, still no Ruzi. We had Shalu join the team again. But no Ruzi yet. But I do have a new choice that I can do. Which is, maybe I should take a walk. Maybe I'll run into a certain doctor who's very well hidden. Let's see. Maybe I should take a walk. As is, I don't feel like I'm going to get any good inspiration. On the contrary, the more I think about it, the more confused and frustrated I become. Changing gears and trying something else might make me more positive. Alright. Hoping to find an unexpected answer, I went out of the room. The unobstructed sunlight was shining relentlessly. I stretched out while feeling it all over my body. Feels great. My feelings of agony were blown away all at once. That's how refreshingly clear the blue skies were. Now I could find happiness in such trivial things. Those who have died from the rot left this world without experiencing such happiness. As I walked, I saw a handmaiden. She seemed to be past 50 years old. She was hanging laundry as if she resented time itself. The white sheets in the basket were dazzling as they reflected the sun. Doing laundry on a sunny day such as this must feel great. As I walked, I found the root of a large tree with a cool breeze and sat down. Hopefully not Jiggy's tree. I closed my eyes, feeling the comfort of the sunlight beaming in through gaps in the overlapping leaves and the wind stroking my cheek. I used to have lunch sitting under big trees such as this one with Shalu and Solana. We'd have silly conversations and take afternoon naps when we got sleepy. Right, we also climbed the trees too. I couldn't help but to smile at these fun memories of the past. I hope to spend such happy times together with them in Ruth again. For that purpose, we have to develop a cure for the rot, no matter what. This is no time to be feeling gloomy. I opened my eyes with a fresh sense of determination as a slightly strong wind blew. I waved away the hair that was obstructing my view and looked up at the sky. Something strange entered my field of vision. A white object that shined in the deep blue sky flew as if it were swimming. Is that a sheet? Hey, come back! Come back! The answer came immediately. The handmaiden, who had been hanging the laundry, was running with a red face. The sheet must have been blown away with the strong wind. Oh, don't go! The handmaiden cried out in vain as the sheet swimming gracefully in the sky refused to wait. It seemed to be moving in defiance, as if it could dance to wherever it wants to. However, this was as far as the sheet's fate went. It got caught on a nearby tree and began to struggle. Oh, now what? Out of breath, the handmaiden stopped in front of the tree. She paced back and forth, seemingly not knowing what to do. Why do I have this vision of Naala climbing this tree, falling down, and Ruzi catching her before she breaks her neck? I wonder if I can get it. I looked at the branch where the sheet was stuck and approximated the height of the tree. It was clear that it was too high to be poked at with a wooden stick. Right. I should climb up. If we can't get it from the ground, then just go and take it. The Queen of Nasla climbing a tree for a sheet, everybody. Confident in my tree-climbing abilities from my childhood, I stood up triumphantly. I approached the troubled handmaiden and spoke with a smile. I'll go and get it. Huh? Her Majesty? No, that won't do. I cannot ask Her Majesty to do such a thing. The handmaiden, who turned to me, shook her head in a very surprised manner. I don't think she could have imagined someone she calls Her Majesty to suggest climbing a tree. That said, I'm a queen in name only, not in lineage. I smile wryly as I'm reminded of the difference between reality and the perception of the people around me. It's okay. I'm very good at climbing trees. Speaking of which, I remember saying the same thing to Solana, who warned me that it was dangerous. Recalling the memories I just had, my mouth naturally opened for a smile. And this seems like a very climbable tree. I touched the tree trunk as the handmaiden was frantic behind me. I confirmed that it was of the rough texture and thickness that's ideal for climbing. No, you can't, Her Majesty. I don't mind about the sheet, so please don't concern yourself. No, you worked so hard to wash it. Handmaidens do a lot of work, all of it difficult. They sometimes wash with water as cold as ice, and sometimes have to do work that's physically taxing. It would have taken a lot of effort to make that sheet as white as it is. So I couldn't just give up on this proof of her efforts. I'll get it in a snap. Wait here. Please wait, Her Majesty! With her shouting behind me to stop me, I reached for the first branch. There were many footholds, making it a lot easier to climb than I'd thought. It may be imprudent, but I feel happy at this nostalgic feeling. Okay. I noticed that I had climbed to a good height. I wiped the sweat off my forehead and confirmed my target. Okay, good, it's still there. The sheet, stuck on the branch, continued to sway as if struggling on the same branch. However, another strong wind might blow it away again. I'd better get it quickly. Okay! I reached out as far as I could, but despite getting my fingertips on it, I couldn't grab it. I was irritated by this distance where it felt like I could get it, but I couldn't. Girl, my anxiety levels, please. I once again stretched out my upper body to its limit. However, the direction of the wind changed, and now I couldn't reach it at all. The sheet danced flutteringly, as if mocking me. Alright, if it's come to this, then I'll get it no matter what! Getting worked up, I fought with the sheet. Perhaps the wind spirit sympathized with me. The wind changed direction for a moment, blowing the sheet my way. Got it! I unexpectedly let out a cry of joy as I quickly grabbed the sheet. Lately, there hasn't been any progress in researching the rot, and there's been many times when I felt down due to uncertainty, so even a small success feels extra fun. And I'm just happy to be able to help someone. But maybe I shouldn't have been so absorbed in my own happiness. Who could have foreseen such a thing? The branch probably couldn't sustain my weight due to the excessive shaking. At the same time that I heard the sound of the branch breaking, I felt my body plummet down. I was so surprised that I didn't even have the time to think about how to break my fall. I just instinctively held my head to avoid a fatal injury. I was expecting the impact of hitting the ground, but I felt no pain well past the point where I should have hit. Damn, did I call this? Did I call this? Huh?
Are you okay?
Prompted by a gentle voice, I opened my eyes, somewhat in fear. Yes! Yes! I called it! Let's go! This guy is so chill. Like, the branch fell, missed him, stepped in, caught the girl. All in a day's work of being a hero. Huh? There was a familiar face in front of me. Being tied to an impressive incident, it'd be impossible to forget him. The name of this young man, with the beautiful facial features which are characteristic of the people of Ruzi, is... Ruzi. It seems that Ruzi ran in and caught me as I fell from the tree, but why is he here? As I couldn't speak due to my confusion, Ruzi was the first to open his mouth.
I'm happy that you remember me.
Huh?
It's been a while, so it wouldn't be at all strange for you to have forgotten.
Ooh, dang. What a line. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one right there. Hey, our first up! Exciting. You saved my best friend's life. There's no way I could forget you. And now as well. Thank you for saving me.
It's a doctor's job to save lives.
Including this type of manual labor?
Depending on the time and place, yes.
I got drawn in by his ever-innocent smile. The smile eased my feelings, and my body, which had tensed up due to the fall, loosened up. As I was starting to relax, I realized something wrong with the current situation. Could you put me down now?
Oh, sorry. You were so light that I forgot I was holding you.
Uh-huh. Light, huh? I don't think I'm overweight, but I do have muscles, which would make me heavier than an average woman. I look into Ruzi's eyes to see if he's just being polite.
Hmm?
From his facial expression, he didn't seem to be particularly aware. Being saved like this without any devious intent, and feeling the difference in our power, strangely made me aware that I am a woman. This, eh? I felt the unexpected sturdiness in his arms when he held me, and my heart was still racing. Well, you're pretty strong for a doctor. You don't seem like someone who's been holed up in a room.
With the world the way it is, I'm also training.
He politely lowered me to the ground, and I let out a huge sigh of relief. Phew. Even by chance, thank goodness that Ruzi was... Oh. As I looked at the sheet that had wrapped around my chest, it had become wrinkled and dirty. I felt a bit let down as I handed it to the handmaiden. I'm sorry. You'd cleaned the sheet so well.
No! I'm grateful that you retrieved it. Rather, I should apologize to Her Majesty for allowing you to do such a dangerous thing.
I was the one who climbed up, despite you telling me not to. If anyone here is to be blamed, it should be me.
But...
Don't worry about it. Both the sheet and I are fine. Well, that's all thanks to Ruzi. And I was able to climb a tree for the first time in a while, so that was a nice distraction.
Her Majesty...
Good luck with your duties. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call.
Thank you very much. Well then, I'll be off.
With a smile, the handmaiden bowed deeply and left.
If possible, please pick a different distraction next time.
I wasn't upset at this, it was just unexpected. I didn't think he was the type to scold someone, so I turned around a bit surprised. I'm grateful you helped me, but I thought this would be a nice distraction.
If another accident such as this occurred, there'd be someone who'd be sad, right?
When asked, the faces of Shalu and Solana came to mind. When thinking of those two, all I could do was withdraw silently. Okay, I understand. What?
You really are an interesting person.
I'm not sure what you found to be interesting just now. Was he making fun of me? As I swelled my cheeks in a pouting manner, Ruzi held his hand to his mouth as his throat trembled. It seemed like he was laughing. Excuse me, what's so funny?
Apologies. I'll make a correction. You're more cute than funny.
Huh?
You'd risk your life for your best friend, climb a tree to retrieve a single sheet. Such surprising behaviors, but you have a heart that cares for others. Perhaps your driving force is your love of all people. You're very dedicated to that, which is cute.
Is this also unintentional?
Huh?
I'm worried that one day you'll be stabbed by a woman.
Huh? I don't remember making light of any woman.
Perhaps it's because he doesn't have many opportunities to interact with women, but I felt that Ruzi's interactions with the opposite sex were a bit off the mark. With him saying words like light and cute as he does, it wouldn't be any surprise if people get the wrong impression.
Or maybe you're just dense, girl.
By the way, why are you here? Was there someone who needed treatment inside the castle?
Oh, right. I forgot the most important thing.
Ruzi clapped his hands together as he just remembered something and took a vial from a bag hanging from his waist. The thick liquid glistened in the sunlight.
Here's the medicine I promised.
To me?
Yes. It seems you are getting sleep now, though.
At his remark that implicitly said that I had looked sleepless before, I touched the area below my eyes. Compared to that time, I probably didn't have dark circles anymore, but my skin was probably still kinda rough. I'd been neglecting taking care of it while being absorbed with other matters. Slightly embarrassed, I turned my face away and took it. Oh, yeah, right. Thank you. You came out here just for this?
Well, I wanted to give it to you before, but I've come to the castle today because my laboratory has been moved.
Oh, your lab is in the castle now?
Yeah. I received an invitation from Lord Toya. He wanted me to move here to conduct a full-scale research.
Ah, I see. He's even had Ruzi move.
By the way, Her Majesty.
Hmm?
Next time, I would appreciate it if you could cut back on the bold actions that might lead to you needing physical treatment.
I'll keep that in mind.
You say that, but I'm worried that you'll go running off if you see a person in trouble before you.
You know me well.
As a doctor, I'll be upset.
I'm kidding. I'll be careful.
Really?
Really. We smiled at each other, playfully. Perhaps due to the mild weather, I relaxed naturally. It was the same back then, too. I'm strangely calm with Ruzi. Perhaps also because he looks like someone from Roos, okay? But apart from that, I couldn't really be wary of him, perhaps due to his gentle vibes. I do hope they're gentle. I still got PTSD when it comes to the word gentle, so be gentle, Naala. Because he's not so masculine? But he's not exactly feminine either. Many men look down on women. There are those who even argue that women die of the rot because they're inferior to men. These guys only think of women as a convenient tool that they can use to satisfy their desires. But I don't get that feeling from Ruzi at all. I was relieved, but also skeptical. How can you be so kind to a woman from the enemy country?
Kind?
Yeah, you're different from other men. I don't feel any ulterior motives from you, so it's kind of weird.
Me being kind is all in your mind.
Because I'm the queen?
That's not it. My interactions with women... or, not women specifically, but this is how I interact with anyone. So if you ask me why I can be kind in a specific situation, that's not quite right. I don't intend to be kind, and I don't think I'm a kind person.
I can't see anything other than kindness from you.
That might just be for my own sake.
Your own sake?
I hated seeing your situation, where you and the other women were forcibly dragged here. In addition to feelings of pity, and feeling like I wanted to do something, I have my own personal reasons.
Personal reasons. With that pause, I figured this might be a story that touches on Ruzi's innermost feelings. I am curious, but if I dig too deeply out of curiosity, I could end up hurting him unnecessarily. I bottled up my feeling of wanting to ask and swallowed the words. But Ruzi is someone who can help the women out. It might be important to know his motivations. Do we prod this gentle, kind soul? We don't have a lot of time with him. So maybe it is time. Okay. He likes it. I thought it was rude, but I was concerned about the way Ruzi worded things. If it's not an unpleasant topic, may I ask about your personal reasons? When I asked the question timidly in anxiety, Ruzi turned his eyes away with a slightly thoughtful face. The wind blew to disturb the silence, swaying Ruzi's brown hair. His eyes, peeking through the gap in his hair, seemed to look inside of me for a moment. Maybe he was trying to figure out if it was okay to talk to me. The wind passed by, and Ruzi, smiling softly, turned around.
It's fine, but it is a bit embarrassing. So, do you mind if we change the location?
Sure. He hated seeing our situation, and one of his reasons for his feelings is embarrassing. Perhaps I was being imprudent, but my curiosity only deepened. I stared at Ruzi after he turned around and started to walk away.
Before we begin, I do have one request.
What is it?
Even after hearing my story, promise that you won't change how you interact with me.
Huh? What do you mean?
My reason might be something you think is insignificant. But some people might find it disgusting, and that could color your impression of me.
My feelings towards you won't change no matter what the reason is, so please don't worry about that.
Thank you very much.
Ruzi, whose gaze dropped towards the ground, began to speak slowly.
To tell you the truth, when I was very young, I was almost attacked by a man. For the purpose of comfort.
It was a confession I never could have expected. Looking at Ruzi's current strength and physique as a man, I couldn't even imagine that kind of past. I was almost shaken for a moment, but then I looked at Ruzi's face from the side and stopped that thought. But given that he has such a beautiful face now, he must have been a very lovely boy when he was young. Considering that, if a man starved for a woman were to lose control of himself... It's believable, but what a horrible guy. Ruzi looked worried for a moment, but any feelings of disgust I was feeling were towards the man who had attacked him, rightfully so. I felt anger and nausea at such indiscriminate desire.
It was when I went to the forest behind the royal castle to gather herbs. I was suddenly attacked from behind. I desperately tried to escape, but he caught me immediately. I couldn't stand up to his overwhelming power, and he held me down on the ground.
Ruzi's clenched fist turned white. He seemed to be suppressing his fear and anger internally, which made me feel pain watching him.
I was really horrified.
Got a new word. I can't believe he's actually sharing that with her. That's amazing. Elsa? The son of an aristocrat and Ruzi's childhood friend, his bright and optimistic personality can sometimes be seen as foolish. He has a positive view of the selection law that others around him are reluctant towards. Okay. Interesting. Is that the only one? I didn't see Ball in there, so maybe it's fine.
Fortunately, Ball and Elsa... they're my best friends. They'd come looking for me, so fortunately nothing grave happened. But I still tremble when I think about what might have happened if they hadn't saved me. I'm sorry. It's quite pathetic to still be affected by something from the past, isn't it?
Not at all. That was traumatic. No, it's not. The fear of being physically violated against your will? I think I understand that a little. And a trauma you experience in your childhood is not something that's overcome so easily. Everyone has one or two traumas that can never fully be healed. It's the same for me. It's been a long time since my mother was taken from me, but sometimes it still depresses me.
Thank you very much. That's why I've decided for myself. I never want women to feel that kind of terror.
I see. I felt his confession deep in my soul, and found myself feeling sympathy for him before I even accepted it. Ruzi, hanging his head slightly, spoke in a small voice with a wry smile.
Actually, you are the first.
First what?
First person I've ever told this to.
Really? Wow. You haven't even told Toya?
No. I was able to talk because it was you.
What do you mean? This is the second time we've ever met. It's still way too early to be baring our souls to each other. I would agree. When I asked with a bit of caution, Ruzi laughed softly. He held his forefinger to his lips and revealed his secret.
To be honest, I do have an ulterior motive.
That's a lie. I can't see you trying to manipulate a woman.
No, it's true. I want to be trusted by you, who are trusted by the Roos women.
Oh.
Actually, I've been appointed as the director of the new laboratory. As such, I'm going to need the women's help. But now... everyone's feelings are complicated. That's why, by speaking my true intentions, I wanted to gain your trust, as you could be said to be everyone's representative. I wanted you to believe that my feelings of wanting to cure the rot are genuine, and that I'm not lusting after the women. It's a nice ulterior motive, don't you think?
If you reveal everything like this, it's hardly an ulterior motive. And what would you do if I said I didn't believe you after hearing your story? Or if, as you said at the beginning, it was something that'd color my opinion of you?
It's as I said when we first met. I can tell pretty quickly when someone wants to harm me. I'm second to none in my ability to see people for who they are.
So you live on intuition, though you don't look it.
Intuition is important. It's this intuition that led me to talk to you, believing that you would believe me. Otherwise, I wouldn't tell a woman such an embarrassing story.
Even if he did have intent behind it, if this is the proof of his trust, then I don't feel bad about it. Rather, I felt a mysterious, uplifting feeling, and warm feelings spreading from my chest. Even so, to think that Ruzi had this kind of past. Having heard the reason, now Ruzi's kindness seems to be especially valuable. Not everyone who goes through such a terrible experience will be so kind. Some people, like Ruzi, will not want others to experience the same kind of pain, while some want others to have the same experience. Even though he denies it, Ruzi, who didn't use his trauma as an excuse to hurt others, is kind after all. I wish all the Nasla men were as gentle as you.
As I said before, I dislike the current situation, and since it's unpleasant, I'd like to do something, for my sake.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh?
Even if they have the same experience as you, I think a lot of people would pretend not to understand how women feel, because that's much easier for them. But you don't forget that sadness, and you open yourself up to those with similar pain. I think that you are kind after all.
Such kindness.
It's just what I believe. It's difficult to live while facing the wounds of the past. It's much easier spending your days pretending to forget. Still, there's a person in front of me who is confronting his pain. I think you are a gentle yet strong person.
You are pretty cute.
Huh? Why do you say that? Are you mocking me?
Not at all. You really are like a shooting star.
Shooting star? There must have been a ton of question marks floating above my head. Ruzi's expressions are unique, and I can't quite get his true meaning. Despite my doubts, Ruzi bowed.
Thank you for today. I feel much better having talked about it.
No need to thank me. I just listened.
It can be tough to keep a secret all to yourself, right? You've saved me from bearing that load.
Secret?
Yes. Our secret.
Ruzi put his forefinger to his lips again, and winked. I felt a small wave in my chest at his playful gesture. Perhaps I was excited at sharing a secret. A special act that's different from the norm. Well then, let's talk as two people who share their secrets. I feel a wall between us when we talk all formal-like. Now that I've heard Ruzi's true intentions and seen that our goals are the same, there's no need to keep a barrier between us. I'd like to get closer to him, in order to make our shared dream come true.
But...
Hey, it's fine when it's just the two of us. We looked at each other for a few minutes. Then Ruzi let out a sigh as if he gave way.
I understand. Right. Okay, got it.
Having shaken off some of the formality, I feel like I've gained a close friend. With joy and excitement, my heart feels lighter for the first time in a while. Yeah, that's the spirit.
It's kinda embarrassing, though.
Is it? I like you better this way, though. And we're comrades bound by the same secret, right? Say whatever you like, without hesitation. Ruzi's cheeks seemed a bit red,
Perhaps due to the sun setting. Yes, perhaps.
He broke our eye contact and gazed into the void. Take me away, void. Ruzi? Did I go too far and make him feel uncomfortable? Feeling anxious, I tilted my head to the side to look into his eyes. He immediately blinked. Just as I was about to feel sad about that, Ruzi opened his eyes and smiled his usual smile.
In that case, would you mind helping out with my research from tomorrow?
Yeah, if I can be of help.
Then, from now on, I'll be relying on you. As a friend.
He extended his hand quickly. I clenched it and shook it powerfully. Sure thing.
You really are like a shooting star.
Hmm? This is, so to speak, a handshake of oath. Proof of a joyous bond. However, what is it? With him staring at me like that, I felt something in my chest. An unrest that was different from regular excitement. Warmth soaked in from my palm, and I felt another small wave in my chest. Yeah. Let's work well together. As friends.
Yes, friends. I believe you both. Yes.
On this day, I made another friend in Nasla.